Afrikaners, they're descendants of Dutch settlers in South Africa. They've been immigrating due to concerns over economic instability, high crime rates, and political uncertainty. Between 1985 and 2021, approximately 600,000 white South Africans left the country, with 70% of that exodus occurring since 2001. We get why they're leaving, especially when we see rallies like this held by rising political figure Julian Malema.
Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa.
He sounds lovely. The Trump administration granted refugee status to 59 Afrikaners, citing claims of racial persecution and violence in South Africa. President Trump labeled the situation a genocide, referencing attacks on white farmers and land exploitation policies. The Episcopal Church ended its refugee support work with the U.S. government in protest, citing concerns over racial justice. Joining us now, CEO of Orania Movement, Joost Strydom. So, Joost, what was your reaction to President Trump's welcoming of South Africans seeking refuge?
Matt, thank you very much. Our first reaction was thankful. Our first reaction was thank you for treating this situation with the urgency that it deserves. You know, it was directly after the expropriation bill was signed, which means property in South Africa, specifically farms, can be expropriated without compensation. In my vocabulary, that is theft, that is stealing. So President Trump reacted to that. He reacted to, you know, all of the farm murders going on. And in that light, we were thankful. However, we had, I almost want to say, addendum to that. And we said, President Trump, thank you very much. Many of us would prefer to stay in South Africa. And what we need here is 3 words. We need you to help us here. Not necessarily with US tax dollars, but help us by supporting us with political recognition.
President Trump has put out a number of statements critical of some of the government actions that have made things challenging for white people in South Africa. What more do you think President Trump can do to provide that legitimacy that you seek?
Yes. What we really appreciate is President Trump called us by our name. We are Afrikaners. We are a distinct people, a distinct group with a distinct language and culture. And he recognized us as a people. That's something that no one has done for a very long time, and we're very thankful for that. But you know, people need a place, and in that light, we asked, you know, give us political recognition, specifically, actually something that the South African government promised us back in the 90s. The Wali Musa Declaration said that the strive for Afrikaner self-determination is a legitimate strive. That was followed by multiple things, including the strive to self-determination, which was included in the South African Constitution, but never acted upon. And now we ask, you know, if there can be a Trump declaration stating that a national home for Afrikaners is a legitimate pursuit, and that they will support it with their best endeavors. It could be a tremendous move forward for us.
What are the worst things you're seeing the South African government do that the American audience should be aware of?
I think the Americans, you know, and we are good friends with the Americans. We had very similar history in multiple ways. So I think Afrikaners and Americans understand one another well. So you will also understand when we speak about the threat of communism here in South Africa, which is very real for us. Our educational institutions, our schools being taken away, being nationalized by the state. You know, mining rights have already been nationalized. And now the next thing is this expropriation bill, Matt, which is very, very concerning. It will not only wreck the economy if property is expropriated without compensation, it will also deny Afrikaners a rightful home here. It is a political instrument, so that is also very concerning.
I mean, it's an instrument of something else, because when you're saying to a group of people you don't have the right to own property, what you're really saying is you're not welcome here. It's not some equity distribution of assets. It is an exit sign, and if people don't take that exit, it actually gets pretty dark if you look at human history. Do you believe that the Afrikaners are in jeopardy of ethnic cleansing efforts by the South African government now or in the near future?
You know, some of the people being critical of the Trump refugee program, saying that Afrikaners are not facing genocide yet. And we're saying, you know, that can change. That can change. The rhetoric that we're seeing from the government, the rhetoric that we're seeing from political parties chanting "kill the boer, kill the farmer" can quickly change for us. However, we are a people, and we are a distinct people. We are a distinct culture. This is our fatherland, Matt. It's not something that you can just leave and just give up and just restart somewhere else. And in that light, we want to keep the door open for those people who choose to go. It's an individual choice, and they should have that choice. And we are very, very thankful for the Trump admin who giving those people that choice. But as a nation, as a people, this is our place. This is where we belong. And we intend to stay and build a future for ourselves here.
There are now dozens more Afrikaners living in the United States. That may be a symbol that there could be more to come. What do you believe Americans can expect from their new Afrikaner neighbors?
Oh, well, I hope that as we have seen from Afrikaners immigrating long before, a refugee status was a possibility, people who had the means to immigrate, they are known for integrating easily into Western cultures. They are known for being productive members of society, specifically also as farmers. They are known for contributing to society, not leeching on the tax system, but rather contributing to that. And, something that you will win, but it's our loss. We're losing good people. But I also understand why they are going. I understand why they are taking up that option. For us, we hope that some will remain so that we can continue building a future here for our people.
Joost Strydom, thank you so much for joining the program and sharing the perspective of so many Afrikaners who are hoping for a better future in South Africa or somewhere. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.